Being an ardent follower of Shahid Kapoor's career, especially if you admire his talent, can be tough. The man would give you hope with his stint in an impressive venture and then make the creative choice which will make you think otherwise. A career spanning close to 20 years has had the most volatile ups and downs, but the actor has still persisted and stayed relevant when it comes to being considered as one of the most talented actors from commercial Hindi cinema. When I heard the news that Shahid Kapoor is collaborating with one of my favorite creative duos, Raj and DK, I inherently felt that these are the collaborations the actor desperately needs. Creators who are relevant and effective with their voice and can channelize a strong performance from the actor. A combination of talents like Vijay Sethupathi and KK Menon becoming the cherry on top as we embarked upon the crazy journey of Farzi that just dropped on Amazon Prime Video. The 8-episode series focuses on Sunny, played by Shahid Kapoor, who is an artist, and his best friend Feroz, played by Bhuvan Arora, who works at the printing press of Kranti magazine owned by Sunny's Nanaji, played by Amol Palekar. An excess debt puts the existence of the magazine under threat. Sunny and Feroz have to devise a plan to get them out of this financial mess. What better than producing their own currency from the printing press? The journey to get Nanaji out of a financial mess transitions to individual greed and a never-ending journey, alarming not only the leader of the syndicate producing counterfeit notes, Mansoor Dalal, played by KK Menon, but the task force assigned to stop the dissemination of fake notes in the economy as well, led by Michael, played by Vijay Sethupathi. The mess that transpires as a cat-and-mouse chase ensues, each department and individual looking out for themselves, forms the basic premise of Farzi. Here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of the series so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to watch it on Amazon Prime Video or not. The underwhelming aspects. Mid-action and chase sequences, especially compared to Family Man. One of the most effective aspects of Family Man, other than its hilarious and profound writing, were the action sequences that assisted the screenplay. One still vividly remembers Shrikant Tiwari taking a lift from a lady to catch a pretentious PT Usha and the hilarious lines and delivery that Bajpayee infused in that scene. The best part about Family Man was that these ground missions were not only integrated with comedy but were stylized in other instances, especially if you remember the hospital rescue sequence. That was packed with long one-shots that would have any cinema enthusiast's jaw drop in disbelief on how they pulled it off. Sadly, in the case of Farzi, other than an exceptional climax sequence which showcases Raj and DK honing in on the same Family Man roots, and something that will genuinely make you think that Shahid Kapoor can be a capable action hero, the other instances of action set pieces just don't leave a lasting impression. This is true for the case of the action set pieces in Nepal and Bangladesh, which is filled with choppy editing and abrupt jump cuts, absolutely lacking the exhilarating quotient that should otherwise be assisted with such high-octane set pieces. While a parking lot sequence really does impress both from keeping the suspense intact and integrating interesting creative decisions as the chase ensues, I wished for better choreography throughout the series, which would have made Farzi match up to Raj and DK's previous ventures. Green screen and technical elements. This might be too technical from a review standpoint, but I think it's important to dwell upon. But noticing green screens is a common occurrence throughout the screenplay of this series. Especially when foreign locations are being presented or different elements are in the background, you can clearly make out that it's been shot in a studio in front of a green screen. But the most jarring element of the series is when you can clearly tell that the actors did not shoot the scene together. There is one sequence especially that stands out like a sore thumb in episode 6 where Shahid Kapoor and KK Menon are talking to each other. The frame only covers their individual shots and you can make out that the sequence was shot separately and superimposed in post later. This just makes the dialogue seem to be delivered on cue rather than it being an organic back and forth between the actors. You will definitely feel that the protagonist's last-minute convenience to get out of a tricky situation does sprinkle over in the concluding moments of the series, but it still accounts for a genuinely engaging watch and another winner from Raj and DK. The good. Brilliant setup showcasing contrast and motivation. What I absolutely loved about Farzi and especially the way it commenced was that it got the ball rolling immediately. Raj and DK have a brilliant ability in expanding upon not only the motivations of the characters and their relationships but setting the mood through the city in which the series is located, Mumbai in this case. Tarun Achpal, Pratha Narang, Amit Surendram and Pankaj Kumar, the cinematography team, have done a splendid job in presenting the contrast of the rich and poor, the dichotomy that is the city of Mumbai. The rich and influential live in close proximity to one another, but there are unsaid rules of who is welcome where. This theme was also touched upon in Gully Boy and how a character's motivation stems from such mistreatment and disrespect. Most of the frames are not filled with vibrant colors. There is a grey overcast, almost gloomy in its mood, setting the tone of the predicament that Sunny and Feroz find themselves in. The motivations being explored never feel rushed, and the case of getting out of the rut of mediocrity, a financial crisis, and basic want for respect is successfully established. The dialogues and circumstances effectively help in hitting home this point. Sunny is not respected for his art, constantly being told to bargain, he exclaims from the onset, setting up the journey that he will be on. हमने सबसे ईमानदार आदमी की फोटो सबसे कमीनी चीज पे डाल दी. He gets rejected from the pub he wishes to enter with his girlfriend. He notices the embarrassment that she has in hanging out with him. All these microaggressions culminate into the dialogue, जब किसी के पास पैसा नहीं होता तो वो ही दिखता है. One knows the characters, has a connection with them, understands the crazy world that they are stepping into with the very first episode. Supporting cast. I think one of the main reasons why Raj and DK's work have had such a lasting impression on audiences is because of the zany nature of their characters and how they contribute to the madness that will unfurl. This is a combination of their inventive casting and the distinct humor that leads to several moments that will easily be clipped in a compilation video in the future. You've got Saqib Ayub as Anis, a wheeler dealer who is always up for a job. His ways are absolutely disorganized, but what makes him so special is that he's always down to participate. You've got Chitranjan Giri as Yasir Chacha, who does not even have a bad element in his body. He partakes in Sunny and Feroz's illegal activities mainly to get Nanaji out of the financial rut, but is constantly the voice of reason, making the duo aware of the horrible consequences that they will eventually have to deal with. You've got Nilesh Devekar as Bilal, who gets mercilessly beaten up throughout the series, and his dynamic with Vijay Sethupathi account for several laugh-out-loud moments. Regina Cassandra as Michael's wife brings a humanity and pragmatism to the unpredictable world of Michael, accounting for really mature and poignant moments about life and learning to let go. Kubra Seth's integration always puts KK Menon on the edge. His annoyance with her and their sequences are nothing short of hilarious. But if there is one character that will leave you an absolute splits anytime he appears on the screen, it is Zakir Hussain as Gehlot. It's absolutely bonkers on how funny he is in this series, especially the scenes that he shares with Vijay, and more on that later. I believe one of the main reasons why Shahid also stood out so much in Kabir Singh was because of Soham Majumdar as his best friend and Suresh Oberoi as his father. They were so good that they provided an insight into his personal life, and it's the same case with Farzi as well. You've got an exceptional miser, stickler for rules, and money-driven Bhuvan Arora as Feroz, and the idealist and straight-edged Amol Palekar as Nanaji. Both help in bringing a humanity to Sunny and make you empathize with him despite the business he is clawing his fingers at. The leads and creative choices. The reason for the effective nature of Farzi is that everyone in the lead cast has got the tonality of the characters and this storyline on point. Raashi Khanna plays an eager, fidgety, ambitious and inquisitive RBI officer who joins the force in combating counterfeit notes in the economy. She gives automated answers as she feels frustrated with bureaucracy and red tape in the system, but especially shines in the dynamic that gets explored when Sunny gets introduced into the mix. The most tricky job in my opinion was of KK Menon, a character and performance that could have easily transitioned to become gimmicky, but the actor strikes the right balance between manic and quirky. Even though his purple suit reminded me of his embarrassing venture in Drona, his obsession for expensive things, his annoyance if anyone disagrees with him or questions his capability leads to several hilarious yet intimidating moments. The tricky situation of being both intimidating and hilarious is just a testament to the talent he possesses. Vijay Sethupathi as Michael takes on a character who is an absolute mess. He is drinking daily, has conflicts within his marriage, is clearly out of shape, something that is pointed out in the series as well, but he is determined with his goal. He has a commanding presence while interrogating criminals and is effortlessly funny when trying to extract favors from politicians and even his son. Transitioning from English, Hindi and Tamil, Vijay really puts on a great show, and Shahid Kapoor is no less. Whenever Shahid Kapoor in his career has explored characters that take morally ambiguous decisions, I think those ventures for him have really stood the test of time. Sunny is determined yet hurt, talented yet hollow from within for the lack of attention his craft gets, and Shahid channelizes the same inner angst in Sunny. He goes from a wide-eyed boy thinking that the world is his oyster to forgetting the core of why he embarked upon this journey. As karma plays a part in his life and he wants to beat the cyclical nature of what his parents represented, Sunny really becomes a character you root for, and the fact that you do so is because the writing that provides enough to make him human. Chemistry and Raj and DK's comic timing. Feroz's obsession with having tea or anything that is offered to him during shady meetings. The trash talking between Michael and Gaylord that just never seems to end. Gaylord encourages anyone to sit and shut up when probable solutions are brought to him. I can't compliment Zakir Hussain enough on what he has done in this series, ending every conversation with the lines "Thank you, Namaste, Jai Hind." KK Menon's poolside discussion with Shahid Kapoor wanting him to relax as he threatens his life is classic Raj and DK, holding on to the comedy while still knowing that the stakes are very high. Little did I even know that they will open their own cinematic universe through this series. A pleasant surprise, and I won't lie, I shouted at the screen, seeing who appeared and got seamlessly involved. The consistent frames of Sunny and Feroz walking together, each episode representing a different mood, is screenplay magic by the duo. The climax opening several possibilities and making me conclude that I genuinely had such a fun time binging on this series, that I'm sure you will too. It's fun, its attention to detail with the racket is on point, and while I would have wished for more exhilarating action set pieces, the performances more than make up for a binge that is worth your time. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about Farzi. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.